I have been seeing this guy for a few months now. We are sort of in a relationship, though he hasn't introduced me to any of his friends. And we haven't talked about being exclusive. I'm a bit confused. Does this sound familiar? I'm here to tell you that you are in a situationship. Let's take, for example, two people decide to build a house. They have an arrangement to build a house. And one partner goes ahead with the foundation, doing things to make the house stable. And the other partner comes in, looks at what you're doing, and nods approvingly and walks away. And then you carry on doing the work. And you get to the framing stage. You put pieces of the house together to stabilize your house. And he comes in, pats you on the back for a job well done, and still walks away. And you carry on working until you finish the house. Everything about the house is done. And he comes in, looks at it, smiles and says, "This is beautiful." And then you tell him, "Oh, it's time for us to move in together." And he looks at you and says, "I'm sorry, I don't want a serious relationship." How would you feel when that happens? This is a situation when you are in a situationship. Because in essence, you have been building the house on your own. And it hasn't taken part. And you think you are in a relationship when you are not. So him coming out saying he doesn't want a serious relationship, I'm sorry, it tells you you were in a situationship. A situationship is a situation where you have an arrangement, you're doing couple things, you are neither single or in a relationship. Your relationship is not defined. You are between a hookup and a relationship. And you are in what I term a relationship limbo. You're neither single, you're not a couple. You're just there. Everything is just happening and you're not sure where you are. When that happens, you are in a situationship. I'm sorry, there are loads of women and men too in this kind of relationship. And they carry on doing this for a long time. You may be wondering, how do I know if I'm in a situationship? Let me give you a couple of scenarios. Does it make plans and counsels on you? Are you consistently seeing each other or even consistently having conversations? Has he told you he doesn't want a serious relationship? Do you feel that your relationship is a bit stagnant? You're not going anywhere, you're not going forward, you're not going backward, you don't just know what's going on. Have you had the conversation of being exclusive where you are both boyfriend and girlfriend? You see, if either of these hasn't happened, you are in a situationship. You may be wondering as well, how long does a situationship last? A situationship can last for months or years. It depends on two things. Either the relationship gets defined and you go really into a proper relationship, or one partner decides to walk away from it, from the arrangement. And you may also be wondering, is a situationship bad? I will say yes and no. If, for example, both couples are on the same page and they decide they don't want to be committed to it, they don't want to have a committed relationship, they just want to see each other as and when, and that's it. If they have that understanding, then it's not a bad thing because both of them have decided. Maybe they're in between jobs or they've come to a new city and they've decided, oh, let's just stay with each other and see how things happen. That is an understanding. But where it becomes bad is you are in a situationship and one partner feels they want more in the relationship and the other one feels, oh, no, they don't. That can become very messy and painful because if you want a relationship and you're stuck in a situationship, you feel done by because that's not what you bargained for. And you could also be wondering, why would people go into a situationship? I'm here to tell you that some people are in it without actually knowing they are in a situationship. They're unaware of it. So, and people that are aware of it go into it because they want to avoid the pressure of being in a relationship. While some people, maybe they actually know they are in a situationship, they don't want it, but they have this fear of rejection. And what do they do? They stomach whatever is happening, they live with it, condone it, and stay unhappy, and still stay in that situation. You may be wondering, what can I do if I now know that I'm in a situationship? You can do two things. One, I would say, know what you want and what you don't want in a relationship. Because defining what you want, making a decision to say, okay, I want this or I don't want that, makes you know what you are in for. And try to put into consideration your goals, short-term goals, long-term goals for the relationship, your values as well come into your consideration while deciding what you want and what you don't want. So that's one thing. And the other thing is to communicate. Communication is key in relationship. Communication is a lifeline of relationships. If you don't communicate, then you won't be on the same page. So that's really, really very important. And I've had some clients ask me if a situationship can turn into a relationship. I'll also answer that with a yes or a no. The first thing you need to do is, like I said, have a conversation with your partner. Find the right time, the space where there is no distraction. Sit down and have a conversation with your partner. Express what you want in your relationship. You want it to become you want to have a deeper connection with your partner. Yes, you understand that you're enjoying the relationship at the moment, but you want something more. Be straight, come out straight and talk to your partner about it. And in that conversation as well, when you've told them what you want, also give them time, your partner time, to think about what you've shared. And in your conversation, tell your partner, I understand I've just spoken to you about my intention about this relationship. Please take time to go and think about it. Everyone deserves to have a committed relationship. Everyone deserves to be happy, and that's what I want for you. What that will do is that your partner now knows that you want them to be happy, and you've given them time to figure it out, so that he will now come back to either say a yes or a no. And if he comes back to say yes, wonderful, then you can start doing real relationship things together, like introducing your partner to your friends and vice versa. You start doing that. That's wonderful. And then if he comes back to say he's still not sure, you see, in relationships like this, if you've been together for maybe months, it's either a yes or a no, not a maybe, not I don't know. If he says, oh, I'm not quite sure yet, then I'm sorry, it's a no. It's not a multiple choice question. It's either yes or no. So yes, wonderful. And you carry on, do wonderful things together. And if it's a no, it's also good because it allows you to know where you stand in the relationship instead of being in relationship limbo, which I know that's not what you want. I know it's scary to have this conversation. That's why some people stay in relationships that are not defined because they are fearful of rejection. They don't know how it will pan out. But when you have this conversation with your partner, it allows him to know that you value your time. You value you. You're confident to be who you want to be. And it allows him to know that whatever he decides, you are okay with it. And you will be much more happier when you do that. Because I know that you want to stay in a committed, happy relationship. So having this conversation will do a lot for you. Whether you get a yes or a no, you're doing yourself a lot of favor. You're giving yourself permission to love. I know whether it's a yes or no, you're giving yourself permission to be you, permission to love. And if it's a no, I know you will feel it. You'll be sad about it. This is where you need support of your friends. Go out with your friends and be you, because there'll be other guys there as well. Remember your rotational dating I always talk about. Please start doing that. I know you agree with me that it's better not to be stuck in something that's not working, because if you do, you find yourself remaining in something that is stuck, missing your blessing while stuck in a lesson. Lesson is for you to learn. You learn the lesson and move away. But when you don't move away, you're stuck in that lesson. And the blessing that's coming, you stop yourself from getting that as well. Walking away from a relationship is not easy. But if you have to do it, then you've got to do it. I remember, if you are brave enough to say goodbye, life will reward you with a new hello. Please share, comment. I would love to hear your comments. Like this video, but most importantly, I want to hear your comments. Until I see you again, remember, you are awesome. You are enough. Take care of you.